I feel like I really committed to my hair growth journey in 2024. I really don't think anybody should be stressed about hair growth. I just don't recommend it. It really can all be just as simple as that. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So if you're watching this the day this uploads, it should be Valentine's Day. So if you are watching it on time, the day we release, happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. Today, I really just want to talk all about hair growth. Ever since I decided to go on this hair growth journey and really just let my hair grow as long as possible, I have been getting a lot of questions from y'all. Questions like, what am I doing to get my hair to grow? What tips do I have for people who want to grow out their hair? All the stuff. And I actually love these questions because I have really nailed down a very specific regimen. Like there's certain things that I do and certain things that I don't do to make sure that I'm maintaining happy, healthy hair and really giving my hair like the best possible environment to just continue growing and flourishing. So I want to share that in detail with you. Let's get into it. Really quick hair deets for today. I did wash my hair today. This is day one hair. Came out so good. This is my go-to combo right now, the Briogeo gel and the foam. That's it. Very simple and easy. For shampoo and conditioner, I used the Camille Rose Guava Super Slip shampoo that I'm actually very much obsessed with that. And then I deep conditioned with the Fenty hair deep conditioner. And then yeah, styled with the Briogeo gel and the foam. That is literally my go-to combo at the moment. It just gives everything that needs to be given. And this lasts me a full 7 days plus. Like if I need to finesse for my hair to keep going, it will keep going with this combo. So I love her. All right, so my hair growth regimen. Before we dive into it, I do want to say that when it comes to hair growth, genetics is a very big factor, and that is something that none of us have control over. There's actually a lot about your hair that is just determined by genetics in terms of density, porosity, the speed at which your hair grows. All of that is determined by genetics, and you honestly, there's nothing you can do to change that, improve that. That is literally just something that you're born with. So I do want to say that I feel like whatever fast hair growing gene is out there, my mom and I have that for sure. Like our nails, our hair, they just naturally tend to grow fast. So nothing here that I'm telling you in this video is necessarily to get your hair to grow fast. I mean, hair grows, period. So at whatever rate your hair grows, it's gonna grow. So basically what I'm saying is you don't wanna go into a hair growth journey thinking okay, I need to do all the things so I can get my hair to grow fast. I'm gonna hold your hand while I say this. The aim of the game when it comes to hair growth journey is really just taking it easy and taking it slow. There's nothing you can do to rush a hair growth journey. You just kind of have to enter into a hair growth journey with patience, to be honest. So that's first and foremost. Mindset, you gotta get the mindset right. Now for my hair growth regimen specifically, what I've been doing, I feel like I really committed to my hair growth journey in 2024. Last year, I really decided, y'all know, I have been having so much fun doing big chop after big chop and doing a different shape here, different shape there. But it was really, I feel like 2024, I was like, you know what? I feel like I nailed down my wash and go combo, and that's really honestly what gave me the confidence to be like, you know what? I think because I've nailed something that's so simple and I could very quickly and easily do a wash and go even though my hair is longer and I don't feel like it's a hassle, that's really when I was like, you know what, maybe I could grow it out and let's see how it goes. So the way I have approached my hair growth is really just all about focusing on health. If you want your hair to grow, you want to retain length, you really just have to focus on the health of your hair and your scalp. Don't neglect the scalp. So what I'm gonna do is actually break down my regimen into things that I do versus things that I don't do. First, let's just go over all the things that I do. I'm always making sure that I'm cleansing my hair regularly. I always talk to you guys about this. You have to make sure to cleanse. Clarifying and detoxing is so important for your scalp and your hair. And then also making sure that you're just balancing moisture and protein. It really does not need to be anything complicated, okay? I promise you. In terms of products, you can break it down as simple as this. You get one detox shampoo and one very moisturizing shampoo, and you kind of alternate back and forth between the two. This is also where listening to your hair is going to be very important because your hair and scalp will let you know when they are ready for a detox. Then in terms of conditioner and mask, at bare minimum, I think you could just invest in one hydrating conditioner, something lightweight, very simple. And then you can go ahead and get a deep conditioner that is both moisturizing and reparative. In terms of picking the right products for yourself, you do need to make sure you know your hair and where you're at. For example, for me, I know my hair is color treated, so I want to make sure that I am giving it everything it needs, giving it a little extra TLC because it is color treated. So every once in a while, I'll throw in a bond product to my wash. Bond products really just help to restore the bonds of your hair. So it's great for repairing damage if it's already there. But even if you don't necessarily have any crazy damage there, it's also really good for like preventing any future damage. So really try to take inventory of your hair. If you're not having any crazy issues with your hair, again, you could just keep it very simple. You don't have to worry about adding anything additional, anything crazy into your regimen. But if you are seeing things with your hair, if you do have a little bit more damage, you're gonna wanna lean into adding some bond products here and there, maybe adding a couple protein masks here and there. Just kind of wanna make sure that you're consistently actually taking care of your hair, because I have gotten questions and compliments from people all the time, like, oh my gosh, your hair looks so good. How do you get it to look so good? Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm so frustrated with mine. I can't even get my hair to do what I need it to do. So I'll be like, okay, well, what are you doing with your hair? And turns out they just have no regimen. They have no regimen, they're not taking care of it, they're not doing any treatments whatsoever. Again, all of that stuff, like having a regimen for your hair does not need to be complicated, it doesn't need to be expensive, it doesn't need to be anything crazy. And I really, if there's one thing that you take from this video, I truly believe that when it comes to curly hair, less is more, and the more simple you can make it is going to be the better it is for you and your hair, literally for everybody involved, okay? Finding the styling products that you know work 100% for you will take a lot of stress out of your entire hair regimen. Because once you nail down that product combo that you can rely on, like, it just takes the guesswork out of wash and goes. Also, another thing that have made my wash and goes more consistent, I've mentioned this in like tons of videos by this point, but a filtered shower head, 12 out of 10 recommend. I really think that has genuinely made such a big difference in not only my hair, but my skin as well. If you're really wanting to take this seriously, I would say it is definitely worth it to go ahead and invest in that, and you will see results, I promise you. When I first got mine, I wasn't expecting to see results, but I saw the results. So yeah, really just focusing on a healthy hair regimen for your hair is going to be key. So again, regular detoxing, regular treatments. And honestly, when it comes to the treatments, you don't have to do them every single week, by the way, because sometimes I'll just switch out. If I feel like my hair really doesn't need much of anything, I will literally just slap on a regular hydrating conditioner and call it a day. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a commitment to every single week, but it has to be consistent to some sort of degree. And when it comes to your regimen, make sure you just have a really good healthy balance going on. Even if you have damaged hair, you do not want to overdo it doing protein and bond products all together every single wash. Like, don't do that. You need to have a really good balance of moisture and repair for your hair to be like happy and healthy. Another thing that I make sure to do to keep my hair very happy and healthy is making sure that I'm getting consistent trims. This can feel counterproductive when you're trying to grow your hair, but I promise you, you need it. There is literally no point in growing out your hair if it's just gonna be like a bunch of dead ends. Because what happens is when your hair grows, it can tend to split, especially if you're like me, you have color treated hair. That definitely makes me a lot more prone to like split ends. And with curly hair, the tricky thing is you can't see it. But I promise you, if you sit down and just really like look at your ends, there will be split ends there, and you will be surprised. Some of my like ends were looking like Christmas trees because it was just split in like 500 different ways at the end. And the thing with curly hair is it disguises it so well. Like, you would never think like, oh, like look at those split ends. It's not as obvious as it is with straight hair. So you just want to make sure that you're staying on top of consistent trims. I also, for the first time last year, I told you guys I got a trim on blown out hair for the very first time. Highly recommend, but I only recommend this for my people specifically on a growth journey, okay? I feel like shorter curly hair, when it's like in a shape, it's a very specific shape, and I always feel like when you have a very specific shape that you're kind of going for and you wear your hair curly naturally, I would 100% recommend curly cuts for you. But if you are more interested in getting your hair to grow out and you're not necessarily too worried about the shape, I really would suggest a blowout cut, because something about it, just being able to stretch your hair out, like your stylist is really able to get in there and chop off every single dead end that you have. It was another one of those things where I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna notice a difference. And then I noticed a massive difference. My ends have just like, they're so much more thicker and happy, and just like, just really healthy on the ends. I don't really have many straggly pieces on the end anymore because of that blowout cut. So going forward, I do think it's something that I'm gonna continue to do. So at Salon Scanda, they typically focus more on curly cuts. So if that's your thing, that's where you can go. But if you do wanna try a cut on blowout hair or like a trim, whatever, because you're on your hair growth journey as well, then I definitely suggest if you are based in Atlanta, you go see Nia. She was amazing. As usual, all the deets will be linked in my description box below if you wanna go ahead and check them out. Another thing I realized that it's just kind of a preference for me, but I do think it works in my favor for my hair growth journey, is the fact that I really love to wear my hair out. Every once in a while, don't get me wrong, I love to do a cutesy little hairstyle here and there for an event, whatever, but I would say at least like 80% of the time, my hair is out. Low manipulation is really going to be key. When you're growing your hair, the focus is gonna be for you to maintain health, and maintaining health means avoiding things such as breakage, and you can avoid that by doing low manipulation styles. I go to like at least day 5 before putting it up, and if I put it up, it's going to be in a loose pineapple. Y'all already know I use my curl sleeve religiously. If you don't know, the curl sleeve is a product that I created with my brand Curl Essentials, and it is literally a sleeve for your hair. So whenever you need to get your hair out of your face, you can use the curl sleeve to just put your hair back, pineapple it, however you need to use it, without having to use like a tight scrunchie or anything. I know I'm a little biased, but I genuinely cannot live without my curl sleeve, which is why I decided to sell it, because I was like, if I can't live without it, how is everybody else living without it? I don't get it. So I highly recommend get yourself a curl sleeve, maybe 1, maybe 2. That is a perfect accessory to have. It is very low curl disruption. It is just, if I do say so myself. I mean, so basically, I feel like the theme here is just making sure that I'm protecting my hair at all costs. This also means that I am definitely a huge fan of heat protectant. I do diffuse my hair every single wash. And even though diffusing does not really offer the type of heat that could offer heat damage, I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I am always using some form of a heat protectant. The best thing about my wash and go combo is the fact that the mousse actually has heat protectant in it. So it's my styler and heat protectant in one. Again, the Briogeo gel and Briogeo foam, I will preach that combo from the hilltops because it is literally that good. So yeah, make sure, especially if you are color treated or if you tend to like actually blow dry your hair, even especially if you are dabbling in silk presses, you just always obviously want to make sure that you are utilizing heat protectant. Don't ever go without it. It is not worth it, because the thing about heat damage is once it's there, the only thing you can do is chop it off. When it comes to like split ends, when it comes to heat damage, I just feel like those are things that you just gotta cut off. You just gotta cut off and start back over again. I'm telling you, just by following a more health-focused regimen for your hair, this is going to avoid you all of that heartache of having to start your journey all over again. And now before we jump into a couple of things that I don't do, one last thing that I wanted to mention was the vitamins I take. Now, I don't know whether or not the vitamins I take or like the way that I take them has any effect on my hair, but in case any of you are interested in hearing exactly what I'm doing, what I'm putting in my body, these are the things, because I feel like products and all of that hair care on the outside can do so much. A lot of it also depends on what you're putting in your body. How healthy is your body on the inside? So I do make sure that I take my vitamins regularly every single day. For me personally, I've actually moved away from using multivitamins, and now I take a bunch of vitamins singly because I do not do well with biotin, collagen. All that stuff breaks me out, and that could just be the part of genetics that I have in my body that makes my hair and nails already grow fast. I have enough of whatever it is, so whenever I take any biotin or collagen, I break out. It's like my body, whenever I take it, is just trying to expel it in any way possible, and breaking out, like, no thank you. Who wants to deal with that? So instead of taking multivitamins, because I found that every single multivitamin has biotin in there, so instead what I do is I take fish oil, iron, and D3 every single day. These are 3 separate jars of just iron, just D3, and just fish oil. You know what? I have been really enjoying taking my vitamins that way. My skin seems to be pretty happy. I believe fish oil has some sort of hair benefits. I mean, it's good for your body in general. It's great for your brain. It's great for your skin. I can't really tell you if these are the exact vitamins that you need to be taking because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I don't know that. But just so you know, that is just what I have been happening to take every single day, and I have been loving it. And I think specifically the fish oil has been great. I also am interested in incorporating some sort of magnesium into my regimen as well, probably at nighttime. If you look it up, magnesium has so many benefits. Again, I'm not sure if this is anything hair related. Honestly, I'm literally just talking about body health at this point, like a little bit of wellness, but I feel like, again, that is kind of the theme of the video. The point is to not focus on your hair growth necessarily, even though that's the end goal. You really just have to focus on the health of your hair, scalp, and your body. Let's get into a couple of the things that I don't do, because I do also feel like these are very, very important as well. In 2024, one of the things that I did definitely say goodbye to was heavy protective styles. I had enough. I feel like my last one that I had gotten in April last year at the African Braid Shop was beautiful, but it was a little bit, I want to say traumatic, but that sounds a little bit dramatic. But it was enough for me to be like, I'm done. I'm not doing this again. I don't need to do this again. This is not enjoyable for me. This is not it for me. I'm done. There are a number of things about protective styles that are really gonna work against you when it comes to trying to keep your hair and scalp happy and healthy. For me personally, my scalp would scream every single time. I found ways of kind of coping with it or helping my scalp through it. And for a while, you know, I really enjoyed having the break. I really enjoyed having my braids. That was kind of a little bit of a priority for me. I wasn't necessarily stressed about hair growth. Well, not stressed, because I don't condone, I really don't think anybody should be stressed about hair growth, so don't stress. But that wasn't my priority at the time. Now, because hair growth and hair health is my main priority, that just isn't worth it for me anymore. I really think that by adding all that extra hair and how tight they break it, it is literally just the perfect recipe for breakage. And once you start getting breakage then leads to all other things. Breakage, split ends, dryness, frizz. Like, it's just not the kind of situation that you want to put your hair in. Also, I had such a hard time taking my braids out that I ended up cutting accidentally pieces of my hair. And it was just, I was like literally styling my hair today, and I noticed like this little, like somewhere in the middle here, I have this little curl that literally comes out this much, and I'm pretty sure that's where I had cut my hair somehow. I don't know. And it's just starting to grow back now. So for me, the whole getting rid of protective styles with my current mindset, with where I'm at with my hair right now, I honestly don't even miss it. I really don't. And don't get me wrong, I love to see it. I love to see people enjoying their braids for vacation and everything. I think it's great. And if hair growth and hair health is not your priority, be my guest. But if you are really focused on getting your hair to its healthiest state, that is something that I would actually suggest you cut out. Even just commit to it, maybe just 1 year. 1 year, no protective style, and see how your hair does. And actually, you know what? It doesn't have to be no protective style. I'm specifically referring to the styles where there's lots of added hair, where you go to a stylist who really slicks your hair down or really tightly braids that hair down. I do still think there are actual protective styles that you can just do on your natural hair alone. Like, this year will definitely be the year that I experiment with mini twists just on my natural hair. Like, I'd literally just probably blow it out and just twist it and see how that is. For one of my vacations, I think I'm gonna try it. That's a quick and easy and actual protective style without having to go through all the potential damage of adding hair and going through that whole process of like making your hair all heavy and tight and just all of that. I just don't recommend it. Another thing I don't do or have ever done is silk presses. I am not gonna lie, I'm tempted every single winter. Every single winter, and especially the longer my hair gets, I am like, you know, it would be really fun to see what my real length is giving. It would be really cute. But at this stage where I'm at right now, I just don't know that it is worth it for me. I think that a lot of people do get lucky when it comes to silk presses. Like, I think there is a world where a curly girl can get a silk press and she can be fine afterwards too. But I also think that there's a world where, because my hair is already color treated, if I went to go and do a silk press, I just have a feeling my hair would be pissed and she would make me pay for it. So again, it's just kind of all about weighing priorities here. What do we care about? What do we want really? I would probably be less afraid to try a silk press if I didn't have color in my hair, but I just really feel like the combo of the two is just gonna be doing too much for my hair. Do you guys remember the last time I had my hair colored? And the reason why I big chopped after that was because I thought like, oh, the color really damaged my hair after a while, like blah, blah, blah. I genuinely think it was from all the blow drying and getting the heavy protective styles and everything in my hair that really actually damaged my hair and caused it to get weak, break, be frizzy. I honestly think it was the combination of the color and all of like the high manipulation that I was doing with my hair. So yeah, I don't do those things anymore, and I feel like the curls are just flourishing. It feels like they're thanking me, honestly. I really feel like my hair is like its own living being that I have like a really close relationship with. We've been through all the trial and error together. We've been through highs, we've been through lows, we've been through it all together. And it just feels like we're at this point where we have this really good, solid foundation and relationship with each other. You know, we're like in a really good place. And this all sounds really dramatic, but I low-key feel like if you have curly hair, you know. Now, another thing I don't do is obsess over hair growth serums. I feel like this is the first thing when somebody decides they want to grow their hair out, this is the first thing that they want to reach for, is like all the products that say it will help encourage hair growth. And I honestly think that that should be the last thing on your mind. Again, I'm gonna say it one more time, probably the 10th time that I've said this in this video, but you really just need to focus on health. Focus on healthy hair, healthy scalp, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy soul. This one is going to be kind of up to you, because if you have like a chronically dry scalp, like that is something that you're gonna wanna make sure you have a serum for that's hydrating your scalp and making it nice and happy and healthy. But for me, I feel like my scalp is very normal, very chill. It is pretty non-problematic when I'm not putting heavy braids in it. This is where you're really just gonna need to know your scalp and your hair and your own needs, because you're gonna know your needs better than I'm gonna know your needs. Like I know my needs and I'm sharing my needs and what I do with you. But if you feel like there's some additional things that you need to do in order to amp up the health of your hair and scalp, by all means do it. Yeah guys, that is basically my hair growth regimen. It is, to me, very, very simple, especially once you have it all down pat. It is simple, it is easy. I really am just in my little routine and I don't think about my hair. I don't think about it. I don't really stress about it. I wash it when it needs to be washed, and that is it. Like, your hair growth journey can actually be very chill, very simple, if you let it be. It's kind of like going to the gym. Like, you know that your goal is to have abs by summer. That is what I'm trying to have, okay? I want to have abs by summer. I have been in the gym all January, baby, because I'm trying to make it happen. I'm trying my best to eat better, and I really want to be on my worst behavior this summer with my abs out, skin out, the whole thing. It's the same thing for your hair. If your goal is growth, there's just certain things that you gotta do in order to get you there. But really, if there's one thing that you take from this video, is just don't obsess over it. Like, your hair is gonna grow. That is what it means to be alive, okay? Your hair will grow, you will grow. You just have to make sure that you're doing it in the healthiest way possible, and that's gonna be the best way for you to retain length. It really can all be just as simple as that. I really hope I hit all the questions that you guys have. If you have any additional questions, just go ahead and drop them in the comments below. We can definitely chat there. You know what? I do kind of feel like we may be overdue for like a video where I just chat about like literally these are all my current favorite products at the moment. So that's something that you want to talk about and want to get into, then let me know and we can definitely get that on and pop in. But yeah, if you're here and you're on a hair growth journey, I am right there with you, and I wish you the absolute best, most chill, stress-free hair growth journey. This is actually a great time for you to go ahead and take a picture of your hair. I think pictures are a great great thing to do, because a lot of times you don't even see or notice how much your hair is growing. So go ahead and take your early 2025 hair pictures so that by the end of this year comes, we can take some new pictures and really do our little side by side and see how long our hair actually grew this year. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm actually really excited, and maybe you guys can send me some of your pictures and we can do like a little hair growth check-in at the end of the year. Oh my God, that'd be so cute. That'd be so cute. Okay, so let's do this. If you're on a hair growth journey, take your before photos now. I can't wait to see where we're all gonna be by the end of this year. But yeah, guys, that is basically it for this video. I hope you found this useful and enjoyed this as much as I did. In the meantime, I'll be chatting with y'all in the comments, and I'll be right back here, same time, same place for another video. Love you, bye.